I'm not going to pretend that all of the problems in the eurozone have been fixed.
Make no mistake, there is more hard work ahead.
Chaque étape, step by step.
The French host almost admitting they didn't get that far. They themselves had set this as the deadline to stop Europe being dragged down by debt. But the UK, US and China believe Germany's Mrs Merkel and other eurozone leaders have to put more of their cash on the line. She was not to be persuaded. Why? ITV News asked a frustrated David Cameron.
Well, you have to ask the Germans, but the point is, in the end, and it says this very clearly in the communiqué from today, that the institutions of the eurozone have to take all the action necessary to safeguard their currency. That is what needs to happen.
There was eagerness to hear what the American president had to say, but Europe's politicians might not like what they would have heard.
I mean, there are just a lot of institutions here in Europe, and there are a lot of meetings here in Europe as well.
He denied a dispute, but Angela Merkel left the meeting early after a clash over a bigger role in the bailout for the International Monetary Fund. She admitted hardly any other countries have signed up to help. But the normal rush to see the details of the final deal disappointed.
World leaders have been locked in here for nearly 2 days, trying to agree how to confront the problems of the world outside. But there is hardly a deal. No final agreement on if and how the International Monetary Fund will help Europe, and no final agreement on exactly how the bailout fund will work. But there is perhaps a chance tonight that the chaos in Greece is less likely to spread.
Italy's leader, Silvio Berlusconi, has embarrassingly had to accept that inspectors from other countries will check up on whether he's really dealing with his country's huge debts. He turned down an offer of credit last night, denying the country's in crisis. But this summit hasn't ended with much of a fanfare. Doubts on whether our economies can be protected remain. And for those who'd hoped it would bring an end to the crisis, it's rained on their parade. Laura Kunzberg, ITV News.